Hello everyone, Dean here with the Rogue Deck Chronicles, and we are back with another Rogue Deck showcase video. And this week, this is kind of near and dear to our heart here at the Rogue Deck Chronicles, and we're featuring Obstagoon. And the reason why I say it's near and dear is because it reminds us of another deck that we featured a while ago, which is the Lycanroc. So that is a pet deck of both Devin and I. I actually have that built in real life. I'm actually trying to bling it out as much as I can. I think it's a really fun deck, and I think this is I wouldn't say necessarily an upgrade of it, but this is the same concept. So if you're familiar with the Lycanroc, Obstagoon will be actually a really fun deck for y'all. So let's go into it with the Galarian Obstagoon, Stage 2 Darkness type Pokemon, 170 HP. And we really are focusing on the Scarring Shout attack. So for a dark and colorless, we do 70 damage for each damage counter on our opponent's active Pokemon. So it's a little different than Lycanroc. Lycanroc was a 40 plus and then 40 times multiplier. This one's straight 70. So we need to have damage on our opponent's active for it to really do any sort of damage. Versus Lycanroc, we can at least put damage on there. But yeah, so this is going to be our main attacker in this deck. We have a 4-2-3 line of the Galarian Obstagoon line. And the way we're powering up is with the Toxtricity. With Sinister Surge, once during your turn, you may use this ability, search your deck for a basic Darkness energy, attach it to your bench Darkness Pokemon, and then shuffle your deck and put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Well, you may be asking, why does that matter? Isn't that gonna hurt you? Well, one, we're a very low HP Pokemon, relatively speaking, compared to what's out there. We're gonna get one shot anyway, so it doesn't matter if we put any damage on our Galarian Obstagoon. And then two, we do play the Munkidori. So we put the damage on, use the Adrenaline Brain ability with Munkidori, move that to our opponent's active, and that powers up our attack. So, other Pokemon in here that I have, which I really love, is one, the Maractus. I love this card so much. I think if you're playing any sort of spread deck or damage dealing deck, like we are with Obstagoon, this is a great addition. With the Exploding Needles ability, if you're knocked out and if you're in the active spot, you put 6 damage counters. So this in itself powers up Galarian Obstagoon's attack. And then we do have corners, so we're still doing some damage, and we can retreat lock our opponent. Similarly, we do play the Yveltal. So kind of it's actually very similar, other than the ability. We do the clutch, so 20, and we're retreat locking, and we have a free retreat here. So this can be our pivoter during the match. Another card I want to highlight before we go into the trainer cards is the Spiritomb. I actually really like this card. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it does enough to make our deck really pop off. So it has the Spiteful Swirl ability. If your active Darkness Pokemon's damage from an attack, even if it's knocked out, you place 1 damage counter on the attacking Pokemon. So just enough to kind of start building up the damage. Sometimes we're just going to be short that 1 damage counter, so that placing that will mean will make or break our attack. So with the trainer cards, a lot of it's very straightforward. We play Buddy-Buddy Poffin, we have Counter Catcher, Energy Switch, we only play 1 of, that way we can move our energy around if we need to. We play 2 Night Stretcher, 3 Poké Pad because we're all non-roll box Pokemon. Rare Candy, that way we can evolve into our Obstagoon when we need to. Super Rod, and then when we get to our stadiums, we have Risky Ruins, which if we play a non-basic, non-darkness Pokemon, you put 2 damage counters onto that Pokemon. So it's really more for our opponent, because a lot of our Pokemon are darkness. We do play a couple that are not, but then again, we have the Munkidori to really solve that issue for us. And for now, I am adding the Grand Tree, and this is our A-Spec for the deck. This is just another way for us to really get our either Toxtricities or our Obstagoons into play really quickly. I can make an argument for Hyper Aroma being the A-Spec in this deck, Secret Box being the A-Spec. I can get Prime Catcher, Hero's Cape to make this even more tankier. But for now, we're going to try the Grand Tree. Obviously, if we find in our videos that if it's not working, we may switch it out, and if we do, I'll explain why. So let's go into our supporters. We play 3 Arven, that way we can grab our items and we have tools, and I'll go into the tools in a little bit. 1 boss. I only play 1 because we play 2 counter catcher, because we're going to most likely be behind most of the game, but having that boss to get the easy KO could also be beneficial for us. 2 Hilda, just because we do play evolution, is a great way to get our energy as well. Janine Secret Art, that way we can power up our Pokemon. 3 Lillie's Determination, because it's just the support card right now, and 1 Research. When it comes to our tools, we do have 1 Vengeful Punch, and we can put that either on the Munkidori or on the Maractus, and we play 3 Punk Helmets. So this is a card from Phantasm Flame. Actually pairs really nicely with the Obstagoon, so if when it's attached to a Darkness Pokemon, if we are attacked by an attack, the attacking Pokemon gets 4 damage counters. So that alone also powers up Galarian Obstagoon, because if they have 4 damage counters on there, we're doing 70 damage. We're hitting for 280, and that can one-shot a lot of Pokemon right now. And then 8 Darkness Energy. I did fool around with having 1 or 2 reversals in here at first, but with having the Toxtricity, I feel like the reversals weren't really needed. So I'm cutting those out and just running a straight Darkness package. Granted, if we feel like we need the reversal energy, we can always add that back in. But yeah, that is the deck. We'll see how it does on the ladder, so I'll meet you all there. Okay, y'all, we're into our first match here with Obstagoon. We'll see how we do on the ladder. Just wanted to put this out here. If you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe to this video. We're a growing YouTube channel, and we're always looking just to share our content out there with everyone. We just are passionate about this game. This is a passion project of mine and Dev. And yeah, we just enjoy making these rogue deck videos. We feel like playing rogue decks is a fantastic way to really improve with the game. Are we going first or second? So we're going to go second. So hopefully we can get a card to help set up the next turn. But yeah, yes, meta decks are important. They're meta for a reason. And speaking of which, we're going against Charizard here. But understanding rogue decks, I feel like makes you all a better trainer, because the rogue decks provide different ways of seeing the game, playing the game, different strategies. Okay, we don't really have much going on here, but we can at least corner this Relor. But yeah, so that's the reason why we love making these videos, because ultimately we're here just to show and give advice and make everyone, try to help everyone improve in the game. Don't get me wrong, we're not experts in this game. We just play the game a lot. We just play in tournaments, and I try to go to a regional here and there. But yeah, if you can, like, subscribe, tell your friends about us. And as we get into this Charizard list, of course they had the Rare Candy Charizard going first, or actually on their second turn, sorry. And the good thing is, the only way that they can retreat is that they have to evolve the Relor to a Rapska and then manually attach. So as of now, we can take advantage, and they got it. Do they have the energy? Please don't have the energy. Okay, so they're still setting up. And then you can see the gain of 20 damage on those Charmanders. Okay, let's see if we can do something here. Not really. This is fantastic. Well, we're going to just corner again, trap them, and force them to get a switch card. I think they only play one switch total. And it gives us another chance to get set up. Okay, I'm fine with this Iono. We have nothing here. Okay, we got something. We got Lillie's determination. So we'll see if that helps us. But this is not the setup that I was expecting, or at least the start. Okay, Hilda, not really what we're looking for. We have to really hope we get something off this Lillie's. Okay, we can at least get our board going here. We're gonna bring this damage off, and we're gonna start putting it on the Charizard because we need to start getting damage on that thing. And I'm actually gonna play Poké Pad just because we're already behind. We need to establish some of our board better right now. And then we're just going to corner, force them to get the retreat. It does not knock them out yet. So it seems like the retreat lock is working, so that's good at least. If we get a boss, we can probably go after like the Mew and kind of just wait to establish our board some more. So we're just going to get set up a little more here. I'm gonna play down the Yveltal. Do I want another Toxtricity? Because if they're going after Tox, they're not going after my Pokemon. Yeah, I'll play the Yveltal. We got Obstagoon for next turn. I'm not worried about that. We'll just corner, because they can retreat next turn anyway. Hoping that they don't have a boss. That way Exploding Needles can do its thing. And we'll take the first prize card, which is an energy. That's perfect. So if we get Iono, at least we'll have more energy into the deck. Because remember, Toxtricity pulls from the deck. So we need the energy in there and not in the discard or in our hand. So they're going to Ultra Ball here. And if they attack into the Maractus, we'll be set up to one-shot this Charizard. Because that Charizard will have 20 HP or 80 HP on there, which is more than enough for us to knock out what we need to do. It looks like they're going down to a 0-card hand, but they have Mew for the restart to get a fresh 3. But the cool thing with what's helping us here is that we have a completely single prize board state. They have multiple 2-prizers in play. So we can afford with losing some pieces here. They put our cards. Do we get an Obstagoon? We have Super Rod, we have a way to get it, and we have a Poké Pad, so we're fine. So this will show us if they have any more energy in their deck. They have 1, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 energy, 8 energy. That's a lot of energy for a Charizard deck. But because they Iono, they're not bossing. So since they are not bossing, we know they're going to go after the Maractus, which is perfectly fine with me. There we go, and they get the Exploding Needles onto the Charizard here. And we'll promote the Yveltal. We have a free retreater. So let's see what we can do here. We'll play Poké Pad. We'll grab the Obstagoon. We'll evolve the Linoone into the Obstagoon. Is there a point using Super Rod yet? Not really. I'll put the Punk Helmet on the Obstagoon. I'm going to use Night Stretcher to grab energy. And then I'm going to Arven either Poké Pad or Ultra Ball. I don't think we play Ultra Ball on this list. So we'll grab a Poké Pad. Yeah. And we'll grab another Punk Helmet. Looks like our Vengeful Punch is prized. I'm going to put energy on the Yveltal for now, and I'll put Punk Helmet on the Obstagoon, or sorry, the Zigzagoon. Well, Poké Pad for, oh, we don't have another Linoone in here. Kind of tempted to just grab the Spiritomb. Get some more damage onto the attacking Pokemon. So let's Sinister Surge, just so we can start getting more damage out onto the board here. So we'll Adrenabrain onto one of the Charizards, so that's our main threat for now. We're going to... Oh, I messed up, y'all. I totally messed up. I should have put energy on this Obstagoon. I was not thinking. I thought we already did. I should have just clutched here. I'm giving them a free prize. So what happens when you have tunnel vision? You're trying to get set up. We were still late in the game with that. I wasn't even thinking. So we need to hope to get some rare candies here so we can get this Obstagoon going. Worst case scenario, we can go after the Mew. The Mew is weak to dark, so we don't need as many damage counters on that one. Okay, let's see if we can get back from this. I totally screwed up. So we got Rare Candy. Okay, so let's Sinister Surge here. get our Zigzagoon set up. Well, Munkidori onto 260. I'll just keep spreading damage. But what we're gonna do is that we're gonna stall for a turn. We'll grab the Mew. We're gonna Super Rod some pieces back in. And we're just gonna clutch. We're gonna retreat lock this this Mew, make them get a switch card, and just hopefully we can get our board going again. We need to get a Lillies, we need to get an Arven. We just need to top deck our supporter. Me kind of not realizing what I was doing. Okay, they got the boss. Which is fine, I'd rather them go after that. Okay, let's see what we can get out of this. Another Zig. Let's get our board going here. There we go. And we'll just, in turn, they're going to retreat. But this gives us an opportunity to get the right amount of damage on all the Charizards. Because we need 5. So this one's only 1 away, and we can one-shot all these cards. Because they'll make us doing 350 damage. So this at least help us get to KO range for everything. And we just have to knock out 3 of the cards. They have to go through 3 cards as well. So let's see if we can outpace them. Okay, Iona will get 5 cards, better than the one we had. We got Rare Candy, and we got the Hilda, so we're set. Don't need Risky Ruin anymore. And if they attack with the one with 4, we can always try to get the Spiritomb back in. If not, we have Sinister Surge to get that set up, so I'm not too worried right now. So they're going after the more damage one, probably because they recognize whoever they're going to attack with, we can knock it out. So might as well go with that one. And they don't attack. I am surprised by that. I don't know why they did not do that. Okay, well, gives us an opportunity here. We'll get a Obstagoon, and we'll keep the energy in deck. We will evolve into our... Well, yep, got that going. Let's Sinister Surge here and get the last piece going on our Pokemon. But you can see how synergistic the Munkidori is with our deck. It's really great, it's really powerful. I'll hold on to the Dark Energy. We don't really need it for an actually, we do need it. I need to retreat. And we're doing 910 damage. That's a whole lot of damage, y'all. And like that, we're back into the game. We get the Linoone for next turn. Granted, we have 2 more rare candies that we can get when we have Arven in hand to grab that. So we're going to boss. Sure, they're probably going to trap something. They're going after Toxtricity, which makes sense, because we don't have a way to retreat. But they're probably just going to knock that out, which is fine. We have our board established. We don't need the Toxtricity anymore. Just waiting for them to see what they're going to do here. I will say we did get a lucky break with them not attacking last turn. I don't know why. If they would attack, they actually probably would have gotten game. And Cleffa could be a nice easy KO for us too if we get fortunate enough. But I think we're not going to use Munkidori anymore. Yeah, because they can one-shot all our Pokemon. Play down Zigzagoon. Play down Linoone here. Okay, let's get an Arven, see what they have. We get Rare Candy, Punk Helmet. We have another line in our deck for what we need to do. We just have to be careful because we're running low on energy here. Actually, I want to save the Punk Helmet. Honestly, it doesn't matter what we put the Punk Helmet on. We can one-shot everything now. So I'll just play it. And it hit 490 damage. Take 2 more prizes. There's our Vengeful Punch, so we can put that on the Munkidori. And then we get the Hilda for next turn to get we'll get the Linoone, so they're just going to attack us. Get more damage on them with Spiteful Swirl and with the Punk Helmet. We'll just promote the Linoone here. We'll play Hilda, grab the Obstagoon, evolve, and we'll just hit for 770 damage, and that will be game, y'all. So we found our way back at it with the bad misplay and with not setting up for a few turns. But we got it. We got the dub. Hopefully the game 2 will be a little more smooth for us. So let's go into that and see how we do. Okay, y'all, we're back here again in game number 2 with Galarian Obstagoon. Game 1 was a little bit, I wouldn't say sketchy. We got the dub, but we shouldn't have gotten that dub. Do we want to go first or second? I'm going to go second. That way we can attack. That way we can use our supporters to set up. I'm kind of glad we are going second here. I want to start with the Spiritomb. Okay, so hopefully this isn't Frostlass Munkidori, because I'm not sure how that matchup would be. They play Poké Pad. See if this is maybe, excuse me, maybe Grimmsnarl? No. So this may be Frostlass Munkidori, which, if that's the case, we need to be careful with the Pokemon that we bench. Luckily, Galarian Obstagoon does not have an ability, but a lot of our supporting Pokemon do. Okay, they're gonna Badoo. Interesting. I still think this is Grimmsnarl because of the dark energy. So I'm still going to play like we need to set up here. I want to actually get Yveltal. They don't have much of a hand, and they're hoping to item lock us next turn. I hate getting rid of the boss, but we need to get our board going here. Let's do this. And we'll just Mountain Breaker. Get some damage on there, discard the top card, which is Secret Box, that's big. Granted, I couldn't use it next turn, but getting rid of that A-Spec is huge. Okay, so they play their own, yeah, this is Frostlass Munkidori. So not Grimmsnarl, so we need to be careful. They don't get rid of that energy. Okay. So if we can get a dark energy, we can move that damage and knock this out. Okay, let's Artisan here. Get a Toxel. And play Arven here. We'll do Punk Helmet and I'm actually gonna go Energy Switch. Okay, we're item locked. We can't really do much with that. Play the Punk Helmet. I forgot we were item locked. We'll just Mold Breaker. Okay, we get rid of an Arven. But I wonder if the Budew attacks us, I think it gets knocked out because of Punk Helmet and Spiteful Swirl. And I don't think they want that. So I think we somehow prevented them from attacking and item locking us, but we'll see. They may be okay with sacrificing the Budew, because they also like playing from behind. Okay, and they're playing with the Mega Frostlass, so we need to get our hand down. Because they can retreat, easily attack into that. And we need to get 5 damage counters on that Frostlass to knock it out. Because 4 will be 280, so we need to get 5 to get 350. And get 3 prizes that way. So it'll be a little difficult, especially when they have the Munkidoris. But if they attack us and we get an energy, we can move it onto there, get 3 on there. But then they can Munkidori it back. So it's going to be this weird game of moving back and forth the damage. So they don't attack. They recognize that if they do, they will lose their Budew. So let's Poké Pad for Toxtricity. Let's Poké Pad for I'm actually gonna go straight into it. Grab the Rare Candy and Vengeful Punch. We'll go into with one of our guys here. Sinister Surge onto, I guess we'll go there. Because what we're going to do, we're going to energy switch. This doesn't matter from where. Oh yeah, energy switch. Do that for now. We're gonna Munkidori. I don't want to leave damage on play right now, even though I will be, but not much. See who they promote. If they don't have the water energy, they're probably not going to promote the Mega Frostlass. But the Mega Frostlass can one-shot a lot of our Pokemon. Actually, all our Pokemon. Because they're doing, what, 50 times? And we don't have big HP Pokemon. So as long as we have 4 cards in our hand, you can one-shot everything we have. But they're also a spread deck. So they may not want to go that direction as of yet. Put Vengeful Punch on the Munkidori. And we'll just Mountain Breaker. I don't like putting damage on the board, but it's only 1. so not that big of a deal for now. They're not really doing any actions, so to me this is either an AFK away from keyboard type of deal, or they probably thought that we have so much of a good board state that there's no way for them to really catch up with it. We'll never know just with how the client is, but for now we will just assume that it is our opponent just thinking, trying to just come up with a game plan here. But even against a deck like Frostlass, Munkidori, and they were just active for too long. Okay, so we'll take that as game 2, but you can see once we got our board established, we had options to go in different directions. I'm really liking the Spiritomb. I'm glad I put this in here. I've seen some lists that don't have that, but having that Spiceful Swirl and really that Mountain Breaker, I think them losing that secret box was too much for them. They really rely on that card to get their deck going. So we'll take the dub for game 2 and we'll go into game 3 and see how we do. So I'll see y'all there. Okay y'all, we're in game 3 here with Galarian Obstagoon. I will say this has been a very interesting video. Going against Charizard, we should have won the match, and then we were going to win the match, made a misplay, and then they didn't attack. So that was weird. And then with last game, Frostlass Munkidori, that's a complicated match for us, and they just scooped on us. Well, they walked away from the game. So let's see if we can actually get a decent game here. But I'm glad I'm able to really showcase what this deck can do, though. So it looks like we're going against Zoroark, which is good. So they're a setup deck as well, so if we can just at least get some pieces going, I think we'll be in a decent spot. You know what? I'm going to showcase off my mug here. I have a couple Pokemon mugs. This one I've probably had for about, I'll say 5 or 6 years. This is one of my first Pokemon mugs. I have this one. I have the one I got in Japan at the Pokemon Cafe. And then I got one that I got at NEIC last season. Again, I would say maybe a little more than a fan of the Pokemon franchise. So this seems like a dark box type of deck. They have the Okidogi EX. It looks like they do play the Zoroark, and they have the Zekrom. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup here. So I'm actually going to Lillies, because if I can attack and get more damage on that, I would like to do that. Vengeful Punch. We'll play Risky Ruins just to, if they bench something other than the ends. Oh. Do I want to attack? I'm just going to put the energy on the Zig, because they're going to get a lot of damage off of us. They're already poisoned. They're going to, if they attack into the Maractus, they're going to get 6 more damage counters, and then 4 more damage counters. So this thing is going to get 100 damage counters by just existing, by getting attacked into. So we're forcing them to get a boss or some sort of gusting card. So they're not bossing, they're using Hilda. So they're going to attack into the Maractus, get a bunch of damage. We have Hilda, so we can get the Galarian Obstagoon. We can get the energy, and we can get the Galarian Obstagoon. We have the Rare Candy in hand. They use Hilda, so they didn't get all that away. So we have pieces to respond. So And the cool thing is with this deck, if they just do 4 damage counters, which they will get with the Punk Helmet, we can one-shot in return. So they play the Battle Cage, which is annoying for our Munkidori, but we can play back with Risky Ruins. So we're going to play Hilda here, grab the Obstagoon, we'll grab the Energy. We'll Rare Candy into the active here. And then I am going to play Night Stretcher. I'm going to grab back that Maractus just so I can promote that and make them get a Gust card. But because they have a lot of damage on there, we're going to do 910 damage in return to that Okie Dokie. And we'll get 2 prizes and get ahead in the prize trade here. So we get Counter Catcher and we get a Poké Pad. That Poké Pad is going to be huge for us. We need to start getting our board set up here. But I feel comfortable because if they attack into the Obstagoon, at least it sets up, or did set up, the Zoroark. But now we need to get, trying to do math here, 5 would be 350, so we need to get 6 damage counters on this, which they'll get 4. And if we can get a Munkidori set up, we can get 2 more on there. The Battle Cage prevents it from going to the bench, but does not prevent damage from going to the active, which is all we care about. And then we'll promote the Maractus to get some more on there as well, while we establish our board again. But I think the Zoroark is very understated right now, not being played enough. It is such a strong, consistent deck in my opinion. So we'll promote the Maractus here. Ooh, we're just not getting the stuff that we need here. I'm gonna get a Linoone. And I'll play Janine and do the only 2 targets we have. At least get some energy on there. We're not gonna get poisoned because we're not on the active. And I could corner them. That way they can't retreat. I'm gonna do that. Get some more damage on there. But more importantly, they cannot retreat. So even if they get End's Castle, even if they want to manually discard, because this deck can do that because you play the End's PP up, they cannot do that. I'm forcing them to get... Actually, I don't even think there's a Gust card that they can use other than Switch. And a lot of days, these decks are not playing Switch. I honestly don't remember the last time I did play a Switch card. So there's manually attached, which I would just put on the other Zoroark. That's why they did that. But they're still stuck here. And if they attack into us, they're still getting the 60 damage, which is what we need to return KO. So even though our board isn't the strongest, I feel like we're still in a pretty decent spot here. Because we're forcing them to attack into the Maractus. We use that as our sacrificial lamb for 2 turns. While we didn't really have much going on our bench. And we're trying to get our bench established. And again, this is a meta level, competitive level deck that we're going against. So the fact that we're making them think, we're making them use up resources like Jumbo Ice Cream, because I believe they only play one of those. Like making them like churn through their deck. I feel like that's a win already with this rogue deck like Obstagoon. You're not gonna see this in a regional. I don't think it's consistent enough to play at that high of a level. And the fact that we can go toe to toe with this, to me, is pretty impressive. Sorry. So they choose not to attack because they don't want that damage on there. So let's play Arven. I want to get a Buddy-Buddy. We'll get another Punk Helmet here. Let's get some Toxels into play. We'll put Punk Helmet there, and let's just corner again. Make them use up another Ice Cream if they have that. Or force them to attack into us. And while they do their actions, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee here. I'm recording this before I head off to my job. Honestly, this is a great way to start my morning, playing a game I love, showcasing this with y'all. It's also making me, I wouldn't say it's practice for Orlando, but I'm getting to see what's out there now since EUIC is over and we're now in the Ascended Heroes format, at least in live, and it's true live right now too. So I get to see what is actually out there, because a lot of people are just playing EUIC decks, which I get. This is a great client to practice for tournaments. So they forgot about Monkey on their own guy, trying to move it to my side. But which is fine, they're still going to get damage. They're going to get 4 from the Punk Helmet and then 1 from the Poison, which is going to be enough for us to knock out if we can get to the point. So I'm going to promote the Maractus again, that way we can just maybe retreat lock. We do have a counter catcher and that is live now. Play Munkidori. If I'm going to retreat lock, who do I want to retreat lock? Because now, actually, I can't retreat lock now because I have Petron in play. I'm at least going to get damage onto this guy. Because I'm forcing them to choose which one of their Zoroarks to get the damage off, because they only got one Munkidori. But we are in top deck mode. So they're going to Cypher, then use the trade ability to grab those 2 cards. They are pretty low. They're getting low in their deck. They have 12 cards remaining. So they can't really afford too many trades before they deck out. But I like this retreat, having both the Maractus and the Yveltal in this list. The retreat option is great for the setup decks. It gives us an opportunity to kind of slow down the game. I know a lot of people don't like it, any type of lock in a game, but for a deck like ours, it's very beneficial. And I wouldn't say we're a control style deck. I know a lot of people have opinions on these control style decks. We're not that. We're still attacking. We're still taking prize cards. It's just we're taking advantage of the mechanic that's in the game right now to slow down. We're trying to establish our board. We don't mind sacrificing prizes because we know we can make that up. they're gonna, looks like they're gonna attack into us. They get exploding needles on them, and that's gonna be more than enough for us to knock it out if we can get fortunate enough. We need to have a great top deck here. But because of that, I'm gonna promote the Toxel, because I don't think we will. And we get Toxtricity here. Or Sinister Surge. I don't mind putting on the Zigzagoon because they're going to knock us out anyway. So they got pretty heavy hand size. And they recognize the battle cage they can only put on the active. So the Kieran, I would say probably the switch. That way they can retreat back into that, which I wouldn't if I were them. I would keep with this nice healthy Zoroark. And they probably did that so they don't get poisoned. And then they'll just attack us. They can use any attack, really. We're down to our last card, our last Pokemon here. At least we got a couple KOs on them. We got 2 prize cards. We'll just give it to them. We're just gonna gnaw. Let them attack us. They played very well. We just weren't getting the draw. But that's how this game is it kind of shows the inconsistency of this deck being a stage 2 reliant deck with not having a strong draw engine. Which is fine, like every deck has its weakness, but I'm glad that we were able to really showcase it against a top tier deck like Zoroark, and even just putting pressure on them with the retreat locking. I did feel like we did. They felt that. Granted, they can overcome that super easily once they got that Petron EX down. But that was fine. And look at our damage output. We did 1,280 damage versus their 1,120, and they clearly outplayed us. So we're still doing the damage output. So, well, win some, you lose some, but at least we can show just how versatile this deck can be in the situations that we are presented with. Well, that was Obstagoon, y'all. I like this deck. It is very fun to play with. I love taking advantage of just putting low amount of damage on our opponent's active and really doing a lot and really hitting hard. As you saw with some of our games, we're hitting 900 damage, 1,000 damage, 700 damage, and we don't really need to do a lot to do that. Our biggest downfall is setting up. We don't really have a lot of draw, even though we have Arven, we have Lilies, we have Research. It's just we have to manually draw into that. We don't have an engine from our Pokemon that helps us churn through our decks. We don't have like Radiant Greninja. We have that ability back in the day. We don't have we just don't have the cards out that can fit into a style like this. So we really lean into the Yveltal, into the Maractus, kind of stall out, kind of slow down the game a little bit. And as you saw, if we can do that, we can get our board set up. Another card I really love in this deck is that Spiritomb. It did come in clutch for us a couple times in this video. The Mountain Breaker, discarding that Secret Box in turn 1, like that was a very high odds, and we got rid of one of their best cards in that deck. Never used the Grand Tree, and I don't even think I drew into the Grand Tree. It's there if we need it. However, I think I would rather lean into the Risky Ruins and maybe get the Grand Tree out for a secret box, Hyper Aroma, something that's easier to set up our board state, especially with us playing 3 Arvens. I feel like we're drawing to the Arvens very consistently, so having an ace back like one of those item cards I think is more beneficial. I just want to give the Grand Tree a try. It's just I felt like it wasn't needed though. But I've seen lists that played it, so I thought, okay, let's see the reasoning behind it. I do like the Vengeful Punch and the Punk Helmet for tools. Maybe I can up the Vengeful Punch, but I think 3 Punk Helmets is a great number. But yeah, this is a fun deck. Let us know in the comments what you would change, what you would adapt. Again, not everyone plays the deck the same. We all have our different styles. We all see the deck in different ways. So we want to see what you all think. So please put in the comment like what additions, what subtractions, what edits you will love, that you will make to this to make it your own, to make it optimal for you. I think this is a fun card. Stage 2, it's hard. That's hard to help set up versus the Lycanroc, which is only a stage 1. But I had a good time with this. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching our content. We're on a journey just to increase the number of viewers. Dev and I really appreciate y'all enjoying this, sharing it with your friends. Shout out to my local league. They're really supporting me with this. I know they'll talk about how some of my decks are. So yeah, if you can, please share to all your friends, like, subscribe to this video, and until next time, y'all, have fun playing those sneaky decks. See you guys.